So what we're going to do this one, I'm actually going to try to see if I can get some of that textured geode effect in here. Hello everyone. It's time to make another fun eco resin this mini vase. So this one is a heart. And there's that little piece that we stick right in here. So that creates the little path for the tube. And here's one of the tubes, and it'll just stick like right down in there.
This is part of the Friendship Express playlist. Please check out the playlist in my description and check out the other awesome content creators making fabulous craft videos for you to enjoy. Check it out.
So what we're going to do this one, I'm actually going to try to see if I can get some of that textured geode effect in here with some of my mica powders and glitter and little stone pebbly rock things. So let me get everything together and then I'll be back and we'll continue on. All right, I pulled out some colors. I got a huge sale from it's Counterculture. Oh, it's right here. Yes, Counterculture DIY. They have a huge sale going on at the time I'm filming this, and on some of their micas, and it's $2 for these huge packs. So I got quite a few. I got 4 here. I've got some more set aside, but these are the colors I decided to try to put in here. So you've got Laurel, Cocoa Craze, Penny, Red Dragon, and I might use a little Pearl X, still thinking on that. And I was gonna use a metallic copper powder, but I don't think I need to because I've got the Penny. All right, let me get these open and be back. All right, I also have picked out some German glass glitter. This is from Meyer Imports. This is called Heart's Desire. It's gold and red little flakes. And this is called Flitter. I think this was just a series of reds. So it's kind of bigger flakes, mica flakes. And this is just a nice clear, chunky flake. And then from Timo, I got these teeny tiny little crystals, and I thought we'd have fun with those. All right, so first, let me get my gloves on again. I don't mind reusing gloves when I'm using ResinCrete because it's not toxic. I would not do this with resin. But I can't reuse those anyways because I flipped them inside out. But with ResinCrete, I don't mind because I'm not... I'm just doing it to protect my hands from getting dusty. That's all. Not toxic. All right. So which color do we want to put down first? And this is going to be a little more interesting because it's not a trade. It's got these lips that we have to figure out how to maneuver around. And around and around and around we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Let's start with the Pearl X. This is the pink gold color. And with this technique, you kind of want to do little mounds because that's what's going to create the texture. You don't have to do little mounds, like I can just do random pieces around. I don't know if you can see that in there. And I'll do a little bit more. I'm not taking very much. There we go. That's that color done. All right, the next color we're going to go with is the Red Dragon. Let me give my little spoon a wipe down real quick here. So I never used Counterculture before, so it'll be interesting to see how these behave. I wouldn't expect that they would do anything different. And I've never done this like on a curved surface like this. I'm really digging this color though. So what is everybody up to today? What are you doing? Tell me. Next color is Cocoa Craze. How are you feeling? You feeling good? I hope so. I hope you can take some time out. I hope this is your time to relax and unwind. Find the joy in crafting and creating and just watching somebody else craft and create. I hope you learned something today. Ooh, I might have grabbed a bit much of that one. Oh. Just don't need too much of this. It's a dark color. We'll just leave that there. I definitely have my dust mask on opening these big bottles because they're bottles. Big pouches, because when you open them like this, it does have a tendency to dust up, and I don't need to be breathing all that in. You don't need to be breathing all that in. Protect yourselves. Wear your mask, your PPEs, your gloves. All right, let's do a little green down here. Hint over here. And hint right there. Oops. Hint right there. And I think, actually, I still will. I will go ahead and do the penny, just to get a little metallic shine in there. Not that those aren't metallic and shiny too. Trying to clean off my spoon in between each one. All right, our micas are done. And now we're gonna just sprinkle in our glitters and our glass chips. Okay, got that one. We've got our bigger flakes here. Let's just try to use my fingers for those. Some of the clear ones. Getting a lot of spaces in here. There's not a lot of spaces for the ResinCrete to show through, so I'm gonna kind of fix that. I'm gonna use these little crystals too. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna move some of this powder around in here. And I'm just gonna grab my silicone tool and just kind of got these big flakes here. Yeah, it's not gonna work because it's just gonna spread it on there. We're just gonna go with it then. Right? Let's see if I can move a little spot here. Yeah, we'll just go for it. All right. So I am gonna mix up my ResinCrete. I got a little too happy with all my micas. It's all right. So we're gonna see how it turns out. I'm gonna mix up my ResinCrete. I'm probably gonna make 500 grams and see if that's too much or not enough. If not enough, it's not a big deal. I can always make more easily to fill it up. Trying to get some of this wiped down here. We'll be back to get this all mixed up. All right, I've got 500 grams of ResinCrete in here. I have got 150 grams of water. ResinCrete is 10 to 3 powder to water by weight. ResinCrete, the one I'm working, has a 30-minute work time, which includes your stirring of it. I enjoy working with ResinCrete. Some of the other ones, Bondcrafter is great. You have a very short work time with Bondcrafter. It's fantastic that it cures so fast, but very short work time. Other ones are made outside the United States, not available on Amazon, so I haven't tried them yet because I can't afford the shipping. But that would be something like Aquacast. I don't know about Jesmonite, but there's plenty. Even Temu has knockoff brands of ResinCrete that work just fine. You can see it is very white, so whatever colors we put in here, they will get toned down because of the white. All right, you want to make sure though to try to get it as lump free as possible. You see, like, what I'm doing is brushing it, pulling it up against the side of the cup. I'm trying to trap any of those lumps so I can break them up. Take this mask off, it's getting warm in there. No, I don't have to worry about flying dust around, so we're good. And I thought I would just do a red marble. I might add a hint of black. So I'm using the Ruby by Homeware Design Co. Get that shaken up. These do settle, so you want to make sure you shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that bottle. Shake that bottle. Get it all mixed up. And I'm just going to add some random drops. And I will add one. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Ah, yeah, it was clumpy and dry in there. I'll just do that. And I'm going to fish that little clump out. We don't need that. All right. So this is a more definitely purple pink. And, you know, the black is more lost in here, and that's fine. I don't mind that. There we go. I got a little bit more mixed in there. All right. Let me see if I can get some of the white up. Nope. All right. I'm going to add another red. Let's add Autumn Berry. Another Homeware Design Co. pigment from her Autumn palette. And now we're just mix that one in there too. There we go. And now we shall just try to, pour it down here. Whoa, a little too much, a little too much. We'll let that be. I may actually just come and try to scrape it over into the center. Because we got a lot, filled it. A little too overzealous there with the filling. And I will come back and wipe that up. I do have another mold that I have been wanting to try, so let me go grab it. This is a certain dragon mold, and you will recognize this dragon. I got this off of Temu. And that one I'm gonna squish it a little bit. Get down into his tail. Okay. And a little bit more in here. And I'm going to set it down so I don't drop it. And get a little bit more in here just to top it off. All right, let me go grab another mold because I still have more. All right, I've got this little owl mold. So we'll just give him a fill up. Good, that will take all of that. He doesn't have to be filled all the way up, but looks like if I scrape this out, he will be. One last trip around the bottle here, cup. There we go. All right. We'll be back on Demold. See you in a bit. All right. It's been about an hour. So let's get these demolded. Let us, get some of this picked up off there. So I don't have to worry about flinging it everywhere. This was the little owl. He is not even on the back side because he wasn't filled up all the way, but aw, he's cute, but he did get some bubbles. I totally forgot. I should have gone around those areas with my micro brush to help avoid some of those. Let's try our little dragon here. Big noise coming. I presume he too will probably have bubbles. That's weird, my black turned green. I'd never used this mold before. And just there on the wingtips, did he have any bubbles? I love this guy, he's so cute. And then, here is what we created. Let us try to demold and see what happens. It's gonna leave a lot of mica powder behind, so just know that. Whoa, stay down. Oh well. Alright, let's do it this way. Here we go. Come on. All right. There it is. We will get it cleaned up. What we'll have to do is take a big fluffy brush, and I'll get this all cleaned up too. Just break that off. But here is kind of how it would look. And let me find my big fluffy brush. Big fluffy brush. And we're just gonna go like this. Some of it's gonna come off, and that is okay. You want it to come off. This is where you want to put your mask back on, because the dust is gonna go flying. You can see it flying now, can't you? So secret is, I knew this was going to go flying everywhere. I mean, I knew I would be also scraping pieces off, just the nature of what this effect is. And you want to make sure you get it scraped off, because When we come to seal it, you don't want it coming off then, and then it would just come off in the sealer. So we'll just keep doing this for a while, and I'll clean up all this, and then we'll come back to get them sealed. Yeah, see there went another one of the flakes. That's okay. Just know you are going to lose some that you put on. All right, one last close-up look here. And we are going to let this finish curing for a couple days, so all the moisture gets out of it, and then we will seal it up. Now the question I always have with these, how do I want to seal these? Do I want to do just the wax? Or do I want to do something more permanent, like a liquid sealer? I've got J Dictions and I've got a Deco Art varnish to seal it in as well. My problem with those is that they are streaky. And then what I'll do with this is I'm going to actually fill it with resin, and then we'll clean up a good majority of that. All right, we'll be back. And we're going to wax this little guy up. Stone and concrete wax from Clark's. Smells very orangey. And you can see I used some markers here to give them some little more definition here. You can see some of that black that came through, but not a whole lot. It kind of just makes it look like mistakes. But he's still cute. And then we'll take our microfiber cloth and just get that all buffed in there. I had already given this another one coat to begin with. And let's get his nose. Another little coat of paint here. And I'll probably put some UV resin on his eyes as well, just to give him a little bit more shine. Okay, just put a couple little dots of UV on here. Gotta work fast because I do have a lot of sunshine coming through this window. See, it's already trying to cure up on me. There we go. I'm just gonna leave it here to cure up because sunshine's doing its job. Don't even need a lamp. And sorry about this shadow right here. That is actually what is holding my camera up in place. So this one we are actually gonna varnish. I'm gonna use the satin varnish from Deco Art, and I'm gonna put a tiny hint of my, where is it? There we go. Diamond Frost. This is Frosty Morn. And we'll get a little side cup here. Just a little hint of this. Okay. And I need to find a paintbrush. I've got this little guy right here. Stir that up in there. And now we're just gonna, I didn't mean to dollop that much there, but we're gonna just try to smooth it out and not get this gloopy mess right there. And the reason I'm doing this also is I'm trying to secure all of those little flakes that are in there too. I don't want them flying off anywhere. And so this varnish will help seal that in there and keep them in place. I kind of like to think of it as like a really thin glue. Again, trying to get it, see, there's one that's wanting to come off right there and there. Trying to get it so that it's not glooping up in holes. Oh, this kind of looks like a ruins piece to me. Like time has just gotten away from it. Let me put that one there. Somehow this didn't get quite buffed off with my brush, so kind of try to take some of that off there. And then I'll also go around and get the sides as well with a little bit bigger brush. In just a minute. All right, I actually have this little sponge that came with the Geode gloss sealer. And we're gonna give this a go for the edges here. This does darken it. However, I think wax works better for darkening the color of the pigment. All right, not sealing the back for a few days so it can still give it time for all of the liquid to come out. I am going to try and get the inside. There we go. We are going to let this get all cured up. I want to thank everybody who watches my channel and subscribes. You guys help keep my channel running. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, think about it. It's free for you. Just aim your camera phone at the QR code that is showing on the screen, or scroll down and boop that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and that would be greatly appreciated. I have a lot of discount codes in my description below, so check those out to save yourself some money. And what I also have is, if you are so inclined, a Amazon wishlist and a buy me a coffee linked in my description. Again, thank you all for watching my content. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any ideas for me of something to do, please let me know, and I will maybe give it a shot. But stay tuned for the beauty shots. And again, thank you all so much. Bye.